Hello team, my name is Mahesh. In this video, we are looking into how we can deploy a React-based application onto a Kubernetes cluster. So for that, in between, we are utilizing multiple processes in between to deploy our React-based application, React Native-based application. So for the GitHub, for the CI/CD and to automate the flow of the CI/CD, we are using the GitHub Actions. We are creating a Docker image to store that Docker image on the Docker Hub repository and use that Docker Hub repository as to deploy the pods to the Kubernetes cluster itself. After that, we are using again we throughout the GitOps based approach, we are using the ArgoCD. We are leveraging the ArgoCD modules to deploy our Docker images to the Kubernetes clusters directly without doing a manual change. Throughout our CI and the CD process, we're gonna automate that entire flow. We don't need to change anything in the manual process itself. So we don't need to set up any load balancer. We don't need to set up any pod. We don't need to create any like I can say a Docker image, or we can say we don't need to create any EKS cluster. We don't need to create an Arco CD or those kind of things. We don't need to create. First of all, for to initialize the initialize the Arco CD cluster. For that, we need to run the few commands, and after that, we able to successfully able to log in. After that, we don't need to change anything as such. So uh, make sure you watch this overall structure till the end. You then after you can able to if you miss any step, you will face some errors. And again, with the there are some issues related to the GitHub CI/CD that you need to like in the video itself. You can easily find out that, and you can get the idea about it. So this is the React app which I used to do, which I have used to deploy that application. But for now, I'm not using this. I'm creating a new repository, a flow better. So first of all, let's go on AWS console, go on EC2. We need one EC2 for to create an React app. We are using old React app. I can say React app -0. Okay, so we are using this repository. We are keeping this repository public, create repository. So we don't need to change anything as such here. We have created the repository name React App 01, and we need to launch one EC2 instance. So let's call it as server. Make sure team you will watch this video till the end, and you will follow the steps what I'm doing right now. So you can like you will not face any issues while doing this. So okay, so the storage we will require around 30 GB of storage because we are keeping a lot of things such as for the for actions runners we are using the EC2 instance itself. So we are need that. I'm using 52.large and launch instance. Okay, it has failed, no issue. Go and edit. I need to convert my EC2 instance to the spot because my this account get like max count is exited. Okay, just let me change my account and I'll be okay. So I have done the same thing. I just need to edit my t2.large instance, and this is my secondary account, and click on launch instance. So it will automatically launch the instance for me, and we'll see the instances it is running in. Okay, it is already running. Just go over there, click on connect. You need a public IP address for that, and just click on go and root and click on connect. So to so basically, we have created the GitHub repository. For now, we need to create a React-based application. So how we can do that? So first of all, you need to install some dependencies on the EC2 instance that you are running. It could be a local server as well. You can utilize the local server as well. I meant to say. So just I can say just update the repository yum update -y. I'm using the RHEL based repositories yum yum install npm. We require npm based. Npm is successfully installed. Okay, so let's check the version of npm. npm hyphen hyphen version. So the version is 10.5 point something, 5.0. So again, we need to install one dependency called Node.js. Node.js. Okay, Node.js is pre-installed, no issue. Let's check which version is installed already. Version. Node version. I made the spelling mistake. Node version. It is 18.20. Okay, this is the latest version, and we are also using the, I can say, Node and npm. We have installed those two dependencies. So what we need to do now? We need to go. We are already in the folder. So let me do a full screen. Yeah. So run one command npx, which is the node package executor. I can say create hyphen react hyphen app and the application name react react app react hyphen app. Okay, so let's create the repository you want to proceed. Basically, this is the npx. Npx means the node package executor. I'm creating the app. I basically it will generate the node package, node default, I can say, application, and this is my application name, which is the folder hierarchy it will create. It will create on this particular inside this folder. So it will proceed. Click on Y. It will install the dependencies. It will do the compilation part. It will do all the things. It will create a new React app in this particular root slash React app folder. So just wait for some time. It will take a little time, and after that we can see it will once it will done. You will see something like this. Just wait for a second. Okay, the application is initiated successfully. It will it is saying to start a deployment server. You need to run the deploy npm.start. You need to suppose you need to build the bundle, and for the production purpose, you can do npm rel build for the testing. You can run the npm event test to run that runner, and this is eject. So just what we need to do now, just go in the React application folder, and if you can see, it will already generated a lot of files for us, and these files automatically will compile with the. It will automatically create a, I can say, a server to expose the application. It will provide the key, and it will provide specified URL and all. So yeah, so this is the URL, and you can able to access within this particular port 3000. So you need to also expose that particular from the security group. You need to also add the port 80, port 3000. In my case, I have already added all the ports. You can, if you can see, port range all, protocol all, which is not I can say not a recommended thing to do in the production, but in the practical stage we can do. Just go in the HTTP colon slash slash the IP address colon 3000. So if you can see, this is the React based application, and we can load. This is the overall React based application, and it is as a button to create to go any specific um, website of the React itself. So this is the application that we have written, that we have generated with the npx itself. So what we need to do now, just quit this. We don't need to run this. Let's create the Docker file. A Docker file now. Just go open your favorite IDE or something. We are create the CI/CD pipeline later on. So for the image, what we need to use, we can go into the use Docker image. In this case, we are using the multi-stage Docker file. So in that case, we can use you can use the any Docker image as you want. So I just need to compile the Node.js. So let me check, is there any Node.js publisher is available? So Docker official itself, Node.js Alpine, I can find Alpine. Okay, Node.js, I can use, just go in in this file itself from um, Node. a colon 19. I'm using the 19th version of the node hyphen alpine. Al, alpine as build. I'm providing an alias as a build, so I can able to access in the second stage of the Docker file itself. So I can keep the size of the Docker minimal as possible, and I can able to use that Docker image also. So in the meantime, what you can do, you can just go on your server, yum install Docker. Uh, I don't need this. Docker hyphen compose hyphen y. Okay, it will not take that. Okay, just remove this. Just add star over here. It will download and install automatically the things which Docker will require, which we will use later on. So this is the Alpine image we are using right now. So the work dir working directory slash app the copy package. It will create a package if you can see on the particular path itself. It has created the package.logs.json. This is the main file. If you can cat that, you can see the configuration. All the things are mentioned in this particular file itself, the version and the particular React application. So the package, hope I can write the name as correct. Package star.json. Star means I'm just start means I'm just package with the log dot anything with name as start from the package. It will copy to particular that application directory. Just we have copied. Now we need to now we need to run npm install. So it will install the necessary package. Then we need to proceed for the copy. We can copy that particular build that has been done. Now the second stage two. So in the second stage, what we can do, we can just do copy ngx.conf. I haven't created that nginx.conf yet, but we need to create a nginx.conf here. nginx.conf. Make sure you keep those files into the your root folder of the directory itself, so you can able to easily able to access in the Docker file itself, and your Docker file starts running. So okay, so I have made a mistake. I need to select that image first from nginx nginx colon one dot I can say 21.0 hyphen alpine. Let me copy the nginx and paste it to the nginx.conf. nginx slash conf dot d slash default dot conf. It will override the default dot configuration directory. Then again, I need to copy some of the content from the build itself. I can use the from dash build. Hopefully, I have not made any spelling mistake. From hyphen build, what I'm copying app slash build, because we have used the work directory as app. So because that is the main reason. So the copy usr to usr slash share slash nginx slash html. So where all the files are located inside this particular folder. We need to expose the port as well to on the which port the application will run, port 80. And for the CMD to execute that application, we are using NGINX colon hyphen G colon daemon daemon of and semicolon. So that is the Docker file that we use. And for the nginx.conf, I would say you need to copy for to get the understanding of the nginx. You need to you need to build the nginx server first, and after that you will step by step you will know what is this particular configuration file will do. But for now, we just need to copy paste this directory, the server URL, where we have copied our build as the application, all the HTML files and all. So this is pasted in this folder location, and the HTML index.html is basic. The server name, which we call the from the which particular I can say a domain name we can call from, and the listen port 80. So this is the overall conf. So make sure you will copy those two files on this particular server. Okay, docker-ps. Um, what you can do, systemctl status docker. You need to enable that, enable, and you need to start that as well. Hello. Yeah. So once you have done that, you can do the docker ps. Okay. What I can do, I can just create a go create a vim file and a docker file. I'm just copying and pasting that files over my server itself. I don't require this. What is this? Okay. So just copy and I need to go in insert mode and paste. So it has copied all the things. Just save. And again, I need to create one file called nginx.com. So this directory contain the basically the okay it is getting distorted. Just give me a second. Nano nginx.com. Wait, let me copy this and paste it over here. So Control O, enter, Control Y, Control X. So you can do cat nginx.conf. It has written all those things and as well the Docker file. So this is the Docker file that you have created. So from the build to stage 2, you have created the Docker multi-stage Docker file. So what you need to do now, you need to create a Docker compose.file as well. So for that, inside the docker.compose file, you will mention the where basically the you will compose the overall application. I can say um, Docker. I can compose. Yeah. So in this particular docker.compose file, what you need to do, you can just type the version which will require, which will I can say 3 version, the services, my React app, my React application, app colon, what the build I'm using, the build, how it can build, context is equals to dot, because I have stored the Docker file in the root folder itself. And after that, the Docker file name, Docker file is equals to the Docker file. And my IntelliSense, it will automatically detect it is a Docker file. Okay, cool. So I've added a lot of space over there. So let me, okay, it is correct. So no issue. Just I have added the context over here, a Docker file. The ports I am exposing. I need to write the ports. 80 colon 80. It will expose the port on 80 actually in the Docker file. And for the volumes, I am using the nginx hyphen dot slash nginx.conf colon slash etc nginx inx actually nginx slash conf dot d slash default.conf. Make sure you don't do a spelling mistake on this part. Just copy paste this Docker compose file as well. Vim docker-compose .yaml, or you can say, okay, no issue. Just you need to, I don't install Vim, I use the Nano. Just paste the content, Control O, Control Y, Control X. So cat docker compose.yaml. This is your compose YAML file. Just do. We have also created the, I can say, NGINX.conf Docker file and the compose file as well. We have done. So just do docker build -t, the tagging. I'm building the Docker file and lin root 12. This is my GitHub Docker Hub username. Docker Hub. Just I'm going to my repository. Yeah, I'm deploying this application to this particular repository itself. So I'm just copy pasting the whole thing. Uh, okay, on which, yeah. So this particular part, I'm copy pasting the whole thing. You need to create the you need to create the, I can say, for that you need to create a repository first. So how you can do that? I just explained in few other chapters. Just click on this and create a repository according to your name. So make sure you do that first. Just go and tag as a whatever you want. You can use the latest, or I'm using currently the testing for the application. And dot means my Docker build image is stored on the same root folder. So it will take a little time to build the Docker image and all. Just wait for some time and it will do its magic. Okay, in the meantime, with this Docker build is getting started, build is getting happened. So what we can do? We can write our deployment.yaml. So we will require the deployment.yaml to deploy that application to the Kubernetes cluster, right? So for that, in this case, we need a deployment.yaml. But also we can, what we can do, we can go and create the, okay, the Docker build is still running on. So in meantime, what we can do, we can write that GitHub Actions file. Just go in the, go on the repository once and just click on, we cannot do anything as such over here right now. Just go on settings itself, and when we need to add the secrets and the variables that we are using to securing our pipeline, because of which we need to add the secrets. Go on actions, and in the repository secrets we need to add that. So we need two, three secrets, such as new secrets for the Docker username. You can place the secret over here, and in root 12. This is I'm keeping as secret. You can add the secrets as a password, as a password for the Docker as well. Docker has one password. Okay, so we made a mistake in over here. We have installed all the dependencies in our local, but we haven't built any packages yet. So make sure you add the command over here, npm run build. So it will resolve the now. So if you haven't created the build, how you can able to copy the build into NGINX HTML itself? So that is the main error. Control O, Control Y, Control X. So let's build the Docker image again, and it will take a little time again. So in that meantime, what you can do, just go over here and create a folder called dot github slash workflows, github slash workflow, and create a file on that, new file. So inside that file, you will write the main.yaml, I can say. You can the name what name the file whatever you want. This is the file inside the .github workflow and the file. Before that, what you can do, just go on your secrets itself. Let's go on the EC2 itself and go on AWS, go on IAM, because I need to create the key pair first to add the key pair details inside my I can say repository secrets to do actions. Just go users, your user, security credentials, create keys. You are using CLI, understand, create a default key. So this is the key ID which I will need. I can just what I can do, I just copy the key ID and the secret over here. To I can easily copy paste in multiple times. So just click on new, add the AWS access key ID. This is access key ID, and make sure you didn't add any space. So and this is secret access key ID. So you just need to copy and paste. So those things are already added now. So you don't need to change anything. Just just go and just what you can do, go in EC2 and check out the Docker is successfully built or not. Docker images. Yeah, the image is successfully built and image size is 23 MB only. So let's go and create the workflows. Okay, the directory name should be workflows, not the workflow. Workflows. Yeah. So this is the workflow file. What I need to do. In this video, I'm not taking help from the I can say from the workflow we can say documentation itself. I'm just writing my by my own pipeline for the React application on EKS using ArgoCD. ArgoCD. Okay. So this is the name of the pipeline on I'm using the I can say event on push. What the push needs to on the push which branches. The branches would be I can just write the branches name over here in this tab. The master and the main branch. You can say whatever the name, whatever the branches you have, you can use that. So branch master and the main. I'm using both two. So suppose my branch will change, so it will not throw an error. Pull request and the pull request. I'm using the branches as same. Suppose someone made the pull request, it will automatically run. For the permissions, I'm using the I can just add. I'm just adding the contents right. I'm providing the right access, no issue. So permissions section is done. For the env that you have configured inside this particular I can say in the repository secrets itself, you need to add the secrets over here. So docker user hub underscore username username. Okay, username. What you can use? You can use the dollar, double curly braces, and double space. Secrets. Make sure you don't do any spelling mistake, and you just add Docker username. Same as before. Just copy this particular thing. Docker fm password. And you are using the same thing, but in that case, you are using the password only. So just copy this and replace this. Okay. Two environments we have added successfully. Now the third environment, which will access AWS access ID. So AWS access underscore key underscore ID. So the same thing. I need to use double curly braces secrets dot AWS key ID. Same again. I need to provide the secret. What I can say. Secret access key. Secret underscore access underscore key. I just need to copy the variable name here and just need to paste it over here. Okay, make sure I have written all those things in correct manner, and the default region I need to also provide to AWS to work. AWS underscore default FAQLT underscore region colon AP South one, because I am near to the AP South one. So the environment part is done, and you need to run the jobs now. So this is the basics that you have written, such as the event, the permission, and the environment that you will require inside this particular file. So now you need to run the jobs on the build. What you can do, you will you will run as a runs on parameter self-hosted. I'm using self-hosted. I have some issues related to the versions I'm using. So suppose I need to install the EKS, it will be easy for me to use from here itself. So from the strategy, this is not a mandatory thing, but stra okay, strategy. Okay, this is not a mandatory thing, as I said. Matrix colon node hyphen version colon 19. So if you need it, you can just paste it from there also, from the GitHub repository itself also. So you can just, if you don't need to write if you don't want to write anything, so you can just go and copy paste the overall thing from there, and you don't need to change anything. So, okay, the strategy spelling a mistake, and the metrics matrix. Okay, the spelling mistake is done. So the save jobs is done. The first step, what we need to do, steps steps. The first steps that we have taken to users in the GitHub Actions itself, we are utilizing multiple plugins. So for that, you need to use the actions slash checkout at the rate version 3, V3 actually. You need to add the V3. So it will check out the code for us. And hyphen name for the better understanding, use Node.js at the rate the metrics version that we have used, that you can use to pull the node version. Metrics dot node hyphen version. Hopefully, I'm not making misspelling mistake, so it will throw an error later on. So uses, I will just complete this Docker file, and just in the last I can explain whatever things I have written, because it is taken a lot of time to return those things in a manual way, and I'll just I like quickly wrote this file, and just I'll back in a second. Okay, I'm back. So we have written all those things, and in these things we have written such as for the GitHub checkout, we are using the checkout hyphen v3. We for the Node.js we have utilized the metrics plugin that we have used over here itself. So we have fetched the node version from that. Cache is npm. For to push the Docker image to the Docker Hub itself, we are utilized that Docker image repositories, which I am using the self-hosted runner, and name it needs the build to happen first, and the steps it will require like another checkout function. It will log into the Docker Hub with this particular thing itself. Again, it will utilize one plugin. It will take an username and password as a command itself, and it will build the Docker image and push the Docker image as a latest version, and it will provide no cache. It will push the Docker image. So it will after that it will provision the EKS cluster for us automatically by using this command EKS cluster for, according to region. You can change for the name. You can use the demo cluster, or you can change for the node group and the nodes. You can do some modifications if you needed. And yeah. So and for the access keys, it will require some of the access keys to actually deploy those things into EK to create a EKS clusters. And for the deployment part, you are already known. Just check out the code, pull the image, and if, throughout the EKS command, we will update the kubeconfig. After that, we use the deployment.yaml as we have created the. Yet we haven't created the deployment.yaml, but um, after that, it will like use the deployment.yaml. We can expose the service NGINX testing that we can see in the deployment.yaml as a load balancer, and then tag we are using the NGINX testing, and we can do kubectl get services. So this process is done over here. Just copy and click on save. So this thing is done. Let's now close this. Come into root, create one file itself. So for now, we need to create a Docker file. Not the Docker file, we have done the Docker file. We need to create the deployment.yaml. Deployment.yam or YML. It could be YML or YAML. Don't need. Um, I can just copy deployment.template, deployment.yaml Kubernetes. Just I need to copy the things from here. Just copy and paste it over here. So I need to change the some things over here. So for the metadata, I am using the I can say Nginx, not the Nginx, React hyphen app. Yeah, so React hyphen app. I'm using the app labels. The same React app I'm using React app. Hopefully, you have added the same thing inside this particular cluster itself as well. Um, okay, the kube config, the load balancer. Okay, Nginx testing. We have added the okay. Nginx testing. Okay, no issue. I just write the deployment name as Nginx testing. Nginx testing, and the same name I can follow till the end. Nginx testing. The replicas is three. The mesh label is Nginx testing. Template label is Nginx testing. The container name should be the our container name. What is the container name that we are using? I can just take a reference from my existing template that I have created. Just this is my existing repository, as you can see in this React application. So just go inside this deployment.yaml. I'm using the Nginx testing, the default application Nginx testing, the React application I'm using. Hopefully, I'm not making any spelling mistake because of which I have seen. So we don't waste any unwanted time. So React application, I'm using my custom image. So the custom image name is I can find out here and copy, paste, colon latest because we are pushing the latest image. So this is the Nginx testing. This is deployment.yaml that we have created. Nothing much. We have created, updated the template, replicas in the specifications itself, the kind deployment, metadata. Okay, done. So you just need to what you need to do. You need to do git. You need to open the GitHub over here, and you just need to push the code to the repository itself. So you will reach at this point. So you will see all those things as the same as we have as I have written over here. So we will see the nginx.conf, we will see the load balancer. Yeah, we haven't created the load balancer yet, but for the load balancer, I can explain directly. For the API version, I have just like copied the template and I have added the kind as a service, the metadata, my service. You can place whatever name you want. Specification, the load balancer, it is exposing the port 8080 protocol TCP target port, which is the container port that you are utilizing node port, which the node port is internally accessed, and the selector Nginx testing. You have used inside the deployment. You have used the Nginx testing. So that is the load balancer.yaml and the package.json. All those things are by default by inside this file itself. So just go and once you push the code, it will automatically start the build. But I need to trigger it now. So just what you can do, I have added the space over here and commit the change. Once I commit the change, it will automatically trigger a CI/CD pipeline for me, and I can see the things over here. So currently, it will not do anything as such because I haven't added the runners yet. Just go on settings, go on actions, generals, runners. Inside the runner, you can see the runner is offline. I just need to create a self-hosted runner, Linux, and in this video you can see the how you can add the runners as well. So this is my runner. You just need to copy and paste the commands. You don't need to change anything as such. So just paste this. You just need to copy the curl command and you need to again paste it. It will download that file. You just need to do tar hyphen xvf. All those commands are already provided by there. Just you need to do echo. You don't need to do the checksum. It is optional. Just copy and paste. It will extract that file. You just need to configure with the token. Um, just wait for to get extracted completely. Just paste the token. You must not run with the sudo hyphen ec2 hyphen user, which is the default user for this particular account. You need to go and temp folder. You need to do this process again. You just need to create a directory. You need to pull the code from the curl and you need to extract that again. So let's go and extract. Again, you need to configure that with the token and okay, what it's saying. AWS dependencies .NET Core code is okay. The .NET Core is missing. Install. Let me check. I can able to install or not. Sudo hyphen yum install .NET start. Okay, it almost 2 GB. I don't have I don't have that much time to install 2 GB. No issue. So I just need to copy paste this thing. Copy. You can use the sudo yum install and paste. Okay, it will not install that way. No issue. You can go into .NET. No issue. Just close this star .NET. I guess we have a 6.0 over here. .NET. Copy this. Click on no. I just need this particular executable. Just paste this. Hopefully you will not see this error, but in my case, I'm seeing this. So let me try to configure it now. Okay, this particular libc dependency is copy, paste. Okay, no issue. I just what I can do. I just run my old Ubuntu based server itself. This is my Ubuntu based server. So just wait for until it's run. I can what I can do. I just add this runner to this particular server itself. So you just need to what you need to do. You just need to copy paste whole things and use as a self-hosted runner. So if you can see, it will automatically register over here if I can do run. But wait for a second. You need to check out that Ubuntu UBUNTU. Okay, I have made the spelling mistake. UBUNTU. This is Ubuntu. I am using the RHL base image there. So that's why I'm facing that issue .NET base. So this is my server itself. So what is the IP? IP space A 104. 192 1. Okay, 192.168.0.104. UBUNTU. UBUNTU. Okay. So hopefully you can able to see change setting concurrence. Okay, so my server is still offline stage. Create a click on next post runner. Ubuntu KDIR created. Okay, my directory is already exist. Just go and GitHub Actions runner. I don't need to configure again. Just click on run.sh as they have provided there itself. So it is already configured this by this particular token. Once I do that, it will came on online stage. It will go on a, uh, I can say idle stage. This is active. Okay, so it will receive the jobs. Yeah, it will receive the job. Okay, so just go on a runner and you can see the progress happens over here. So let's wait for some time. It will do the activity for you and it will create the it will create the cloud formation template. It will do a cloud formation template for you and it will also create the EKS cluster for you. So make sure that, and it will also create some VPCs and all those things it will create by default. So allow it some time. It will take a little time to do all those things. What is saying? Visited. Okay, the Node.js, there are some issues, but our build is successful. It is a warning just failed to restore. Okay, just go. Okay, so it has started the build and push the Docker image to the Docker Hub, and you can see the it is saying 20 minutes ago, but in few minutes it will say like a few seconds ago. So just wait for some time, and it will do the process for you according to the steps that we have written inside this particular main.yaml itself. So it is done the steps necessary and will take the actions accordingly. So now it has done the deployment. It has built the Docker image and push already. So you can see um, just once I refresh that, you can see a minute ago it has pushed the minute ago. So it has never pulled. So just wait for some time, and you can see there are some error related to the EKS. Okay. So this is the error because I haven't configured the AWS CLI over here. So let me what I can do. I just canceling this AWS configure. This is a one-time step you need to do. Just you need to copy the token and secret access ID. You just okay. It is okay. It is from the J. You also need this and paste. Okay, not worry. Enter report region episode 1 JSON. Okay, so it will run now. So just click on the run.sh. It will automatically register that. And let me run this particular build again. So I'm just deploying this particular EKS service and rerun. So it is not started from scratch. It will just came from this third stage. So it has started to creating the EKS cluster for you. So if you can see, it has creating the stack in the CloudFormation template. It will automatically create the cluster for you. It will automatically create a node group for you according to the deployment that you have written. And yeah, it will almost do everything for you. Okay, so as you can see, as per our diagram itself, I'm with the load balancer service itself, I'm able to access this particular my React based application. So if you can see on the go if you run this command kubectl get svc, you can find out that NGINX stretching application, the service that we have created, it is serving the load balancer and it is running on this particular DNS name itself. So what we have done, we have for to like that resolve that error, we are getting this error, right? So I have just modified one thing. Let me show it to you. Just go, let me go on the React section, go on the workflows, main.yaml. So previously I'm using the get checkout at the rate hyphen v3. So that particular version is that particular I can say action I can say that particular module or that particular extension is outdated. So in that case, it will not able to fetch the code properly, or there are some issues related to that. So I have just replaced this particular v4 into I just replaced that v4, and all the things are automatically done. I like all the configuration are automatically done. I haven't changed anything yet. So for to skip the errors and all those parts, I have removed that particular line when error when error is to skip when error is true. So I've removed that particular line and I haven't changed anything. Those two things I have changed. And if you want, you can just go on my React application. I will provide the link in the description. You can just go and review that. So just if I can go in the details itself, you can see kubectl get services. So my service name is NGINX testing. So by mistakenly, I have made a typo mistake inside this. I need in this particular line, I need to type the NGINX testing. So so I can get the correct result. So currently it is saying this particular my service name, this service is not found. So because of which we are getting this particular deployment getting failed. But other than this, all those things are already done. So what we need to do now, our service is running already. Let me check out the kubectl get pods. So my pods, there are three pods which are already running, and kubectl get all hyphen o wide. So if I can do that, if you can see, those are three pods which are running. So there are two services are running. One is a default service and another one is a Nginx testing. This is my deployment. There are three nodes, the three pods which I am running, and this is my replica. This is my replica set and all those things. So we don't go in this detail right now. What is the replica set and what is the part of it over here? But yeah, so our application is running currently. And what we need to do now, we need to use the ArgoCD now. So we can able to, I have hosted that, I have deployed the container inside the pod by using the GitHub Actions CI/CD. But what I need to do now, I need to use the ArgoCD to automatically deploy those changes to the Kubernetes to the pods itself, and it will automatically update the load balancer, or it will automatically update the ingress and all. So it will automatically done by the ArgoCD itself. So let me go on to first. I need to I need to deploy the ArgoCD into Kubernetes cluster, and after that we can able to do. So what I can do, install ArgoCD on Kubernetes. So you just need to find out that, or I can just provide this link in the description. So you can just go from there also. You need to just create a namespace for that. Once you create a namespace has been created, ArgoCD, and you can just deploy that particular manifest file, and it will deploy some several contents of the ArgoCD itself. And throughout that, you can able to do all this. You can able to use. So so if you can do kubectl get pods hyphen and ArgoCD. So we are looking into a ArgoCD name server. So this is the init container. I can say this is a DEX server. DEX is a basically authentication mechanism. The repo server is which where all the repository are stored. ArgoCD server, which is the we can say get the GUI and CLI commands are fired on this particular server. This is notification controller. If some action get failed, or is there any notification that needs to met, it will done by that. And application set controller and the application controller are a different kind of thing. We can discuss that thing in the later sections. So let's wait for this to get this start and running. In that time, we can what we can do. So if I go on to the EC2 itself, so there are EC2 instances are running. So there are four nodes which I have told to use a T2.micro. So I guess I need to update that, and I need to use the I need to upgrade that. So to run the run multiple pods. So I have reaching the limit, I guess. So just go on go on the EKS itself. That's the Kubernetes service or autoscaling group, which is already created over here, I guess. Yeah. So I need to edit the capacity, maximum, the desired capacity, I can say 6, and max capacity 6. Okay, it is updating that. And also I need to go over here inside the compute section. I need to go inside my node group, and this node group will also contain the minimum and maximum size of node. So the minimum size and desired size, the minimum size I will say 6, and the maximum size will be 6. And yeah, just click on save change. The desired size is 6. Okay. So just click on save change. So it will updating the capacity, and it will deploy that overall pods that are not able to deploy it yet. So just wait for some time, and it will start to upgrade that instances. So my 6 instances are running, and let me check out it is updated onto node group or not. So inside the nodes are 3 and 2 5. Only 5 is EC2 instances are there. Um, inside my EKS cluster, I can see inside my EKS cluster compute section, and this is currently not ready stage. It will allow some time. It will automatically came into the ready stage. Once it is updated, we can it will automatically get deployed. So there are some issues related to the text, and we'll see how we can how it will resolve. So crash loop back of error. So you can do kubectl logs, kubectl logs hyphen n argocd. So the secret key, server secret key is missing, and the TLS signature certificate. Okay, there are some issues related to the authentication server. We are not using the authentication as I've said, but yeah. So if that particular server is went to the error stage, we no need to do anything. It will automatically handle by its own. So our pod is almost in the ready stage. Just there are one single pod which is not able to came in a running stage. So what we need to do now, we need to update that particular I can say this particular pod ArgoCD-server to the load balancer itself. We need to convert that to the load balancer, and after that we can able to access the ArgoCD UI. So just wait for a second, and we'll do that. Okay, what we can do? Okay, this is also running. So we can do kubectl hyphen n argocd patch argocd hyphen secret. Okay, we don't need to patch the admin secrets. We don't need to change the password directly, because we can do by directly saying that kubectl. What we can do, just we need to change that service to load balancer. Kubectl get svc. Okay, the service is not created yet, and this is the Argo CD server. So I can do that. Kubectl edit Argo CD hyphen server hyphen n Argo CD. Okay, the server is not able to found by default, so no issue. We can directly do a patch thing. So kubectl get svc and pods. Okay, the pods list names are here. Kubectl patch Argo CD hyphen server hyphen n Argo CD hyphen p. We need to use a double quotes, and the spec inside the spec folder inside the spec section itself, there is an option for the Um, I can say there is a particular option I can say just just to just start another case. Type is equals to load balancer. Type colon load balancer. BALANCER. The code's closed and yeah, you just need to close the curly braces also as well. So you need to again close that because we have opened two times and we need to do that. So yeah, we have patched the server. Okay, the Argo CD resource doesn't exist. Patch, okay, Argo CD patch SVC. Okay, got it. SVC, Argo CD advanced server. Okay, the service is patched successfully, and what we can do, kubectl get we can say secrets hyphen n Argo CD. So this is the Argo CD initial admin password. So you can say kubectl edit hyphen n Argo CD. So we can we don't have a okay. This is saying it is not exist. Okay, just do Argo CD initial password and in the last hyphen n Argo CD kubectl edit secret. Okay, so just copy paste this overall password. This is encoded into base 64. So how you can decode that? Just do echo, paste it. You can do you can use pipe based base 64 hyphen decode. So this is your password. Ubuntu. Okay, so add that UBUNTU. Okay, this is the overall password you need to copy. And okay, so might have did some mistake. Okay, there is a two times to one two, so that means the password is start from here to here. Okay, this is your password, Argo CD password. I just need to paste it over here for the temporary. And yeah, we can able to access the service now. So just do kubectl get svc hyphen n Argo CD. So this is the Argo CD load balancer URL. You just need to copy this, paste it over here, click on go and advance, accept the risk and accept. This is the Argo CD page. Go and admin. And for the password itself, you just need to copy this password and you can paste and click on sign in. So you have successfully logged in inside the application itself. So what you need to do now, you just need to create an application. We just look out the what is the refresh, what is the sync, and what is the syncing policies and all. But just create application. You can name as a React app, project name. Okay, you don't need to set any project name. Syncing policy automatic, and I can say auto heal is there, self heal and prone resource. So I just select those two repository URL. You just need to uh, you just need to do dot slash or you can just use the repository URL as this one. So just copy this. You can paste it over here. You can use the header branch or specific branch for the path. You can just do dot slash. You just for the cluster default cluster namespace will be default uld and you just need to create the application project name default create. So it will automatically create an application. There are some issues. Okay, there are some dependency related issues. Okay, okay, let's check what is the issue exactly. Unable to create an application, error code, fail to create an application. Okay, just let me refresh it once. Create application, application name React app. It can be project name as a default, sync policy automatic, selfie, repository URL. I'm using the Git. Uh, so just I need to paste the URL, copy this, paste. If version is head, path is I just need to don't need to provide. And yeah, we're ready to use. Just click on create. Okay, hopefully it will create now. Okay, it will require a path. So dot slash is a path, dot slash cluster URL, which is the default cluster, and let's create. Okay, it was still giving the error default FAULT DEFAULT. Okay, so just click on create now. Okay, it is still giving a error. Um, okay, what is the error? I don't know. Just click on prone resource using get branch name, whichever the top now, whichever the in the top itself. We don't need to change anything. Replace default project name. Okay, registry. Okay, so just create a new app. Yeah. So put the default syncing policy manual, repository URL. This one using head path dot slash cluster URL default. So let's create now. Okay, still getting error. Also, we need to install the ArgoCD CLI reference inside this particular server itself. So just go and install that in Ubuntu. So just I'm just also providing the link in the description that you just use the same link to install. Just I'm just copy pasting that curl commands and it will install that Argo CD for me. So just wait for some time and we have Argo CD inside this Argo CD CLI inside this particular server itself. So just we'll check out how we can do that. So it's taking more time than usual. Argo CD CLI. Okay, this CLI is not working yet, but let me download that again with the curl and Okay, there are some Node.js related issue, and I need to figure out that I don't uh, with the time I can just figure out what is the exact issue that I'm getting with the ArgoCD itself, and we can get back. So in 1 or 2 days, I'll get back with this with the ArgoCD answer what how we can deploy the ArgoCD from the actions itself. So for now, you can just do for the cleanup purpose. What you can do, you just need to wrote 2 3 commands for to do cleanup. kubectl delete, or what you can run AWS EKS delete e, AWS EKS delete cluster hyphen name demo cluster hyphen region AP south one. Okay, so it will not remove like that. I have made the spelling mistake, but you just select the stack and click on delete. So first you can select the node group, and after that, once it is deleted the node group, you can select for the demo cluster. So that is the overall thing. You just for the oral being, you just need to do those things. But for now, that's it for today, and that's how you can deploy the application by using the Argo CD itself. Yeah, thanks.